Mambo, karibu kwetu. We are starting a new episode that's called Trying My Best, and this is the makeup edition. In today's video, we are going to be doing beginner makeup by a beginner. Full disclosure, I am not a guru. I am almost clueless when it comes to makeup, but I am determined to learn this year. So if you're still figuring it out like me, we're in this together. No pressure. We're going to make a lot of mistakes, but at the end of it, we're going to learn a lot as well. So let's get into it. The first step is skincare because preparation is where it all starts, allegedly. And I've already done my skincare. However, if you want me to share that, let me know in the comment section. I'll share it. Next is primer, and I'm gonna be using the Milk Primer. Disclaimer, I do have oily skin, so a lot of these products will be geared towards minimizing oils. Also, if you're seeing me looking to the side, I'm looking at my mirror because honestly, I can't do this blindly. I already don't know what I'm doing. So imagine doing this without having a mirror. Yeah, not gonna happen. I'm not totally sure what the point of primer is, but it has been said that it's supposed to control the oil. Some people say it makes no difference. Other people say it makes all the difference. Personally, I don't skip the step. Okay, we're all primed up. Next, we're gonna do the brows, and I'm gonna use this Rare Beauty brow freeze. When it comes to brows, I am clueless. I don't know what I am doing. In an ideal world, I would like to microblade my eyebrows so that I don't have to do them, because me and precision, we don't go hand in hand. However, I recently started doing my eyebrows and also been using a serum because I do tend to have scarce eyebrows at the end, and the serum has been helping. What I do now, because I don't know how to fill in my brows, I just use a brow freeze and I set it all together, and this becomes the end result. I might learn how to do my eyebrows in the future, but we are taking baby steps. We're not there yet. And now it's foundation time. The foundation I'm using is this one from Sephora, and this is in the shade 59 Fonche Deep. I do love this foundation. I also do have a few foundations, way more than I should. I don't know what technique I should be using when it comes to applying foundation. The people who say that you should put it directly to your skin, others tell us that we should warm it on our hand and then take a brush and put it to the skin. I have been putting it directly to my skin because I don't want to make myself dirty in the process, but then maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. Also, if you have any tips, let me know in the comment section, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. I already look like I don't know what I'm doing, so sure. I am going to use this Makeup Revolution setting spray to put it on the brush, because again, I saw this as a tip somewhere. I don't know what it does, but it probably does something, so I have been doing it. And then here we go. Let's blend this away in the hopes that it will look somewhat close to my skin. Also, my forehead tends to be much darker than the rest of my face. So whenever I apply foundation, that is the last place that I apply it to, because most of the time if I start with my forehead, if I put foundation on my forehead, it will end up looking ashy and just looking off. So once I have blended all the foundation to the rest of my face, the remaining bit that's on my brush, I'll just use that on my forehead. That has been working pretty okay. That's one of the tips if you have like a dark forehead like mine. And then now I'm gonna do my blush. We're gonna start off with the cream blush. This one is from Juvia's Place, and this is in the shade Parky Poppy. It is like a burnt orange. Also, most people don't do their blush before their concealer, but I have seen people recommending doing your blush before that, because usually I do my cream blush and then I'm gonna go up with a powder blush and set it all together. And also, if I do too much when I do the concealer, it's going to cover some of it up. That's what the girls have been doing. Here I am being a girl's girl. Also, unpopular opinion, I don't think there's anything like too much blush. Then again, I do have blush blindness, so should you be listening to me? Debatable. Where is my concealer? For concealer, I'm gonna be using this Sephora concealer, and this is in the shade 55N. Now this part, I have no clue if I'm even doing it right. I do see a lot of people doing this triangle thing, so that's what I'm comfortable with doing at the moment. Also, people would conceal right here in the middle of their nose, somewhere in their chin, on the forehead, but again, I'm not there. If I do that, I feel like I'll ruin the rest of my makeup, so we're just going to start with what we know right now. And then we're going to let this set for a little bit. I don't know the logic of letting it sit for a minute. I honestly don't. If you know that, Let me know in the comments, but I'm like you. I have no clue. Then we're gonna move on to our eyeshadow. I'm using this eyeshadow palette by Morphe. I am going to use this brown right here, and I'm just gonna put that on the, what do you call this, on my eyelid, and that's basically all we're going to do. I do love like these bronzy looks. I love my browns. I can never go wrong with a brown. The day I learned to do my eyeshadow, I would have definitely killed it because I feel like I have nice eyelids for a good eyeshadow. I have enough space to even draw something up there. So the space I have, the skill I'm lacking, we are going to learn about that. Next is mascara, and you're going to use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't do my mascara often because I feel like my eyelashes don't love it when I have mascara on. I do it once in a while. Also, I feel like it takes just too much time. Why do they look so scarce? One of the things I love about my body is probably my eyelashes. And then now we are going to set the concealer, or blend the concealer. Blend, 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 blend. Off we go to the blending salon. I love this brush. If you're to start a brush collection, please start with this concealer brush from House Labs. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. It's all blended out, right? Next, we are going to set our concealer. And for that, we are going to be using the One Size setting powder. And this is in the shade Rich Peach. I have been loving this setting powder quite a bit lately. Do I think I can go without setting my under eye? Probably, or the concealer. But when you set it, it just looks much better. What does this look like this? I'm going to be tapping the excess on here, and then we are just going to go with this. You can see the difference, right? Like, look at this side, and then look at this side. I know I'm aging because why am I starting to see eye bags on my under eye? Huh? Lack of sleep has been contributing to that because my sleeping patterns, they're in the gutters. That is coming together pretty nicely. Do I have something on my eye? What do I have? A pimple on my eye? Under eye set. And then we are going to use an eyeliner to line the outer parts of my waterline. I always make the funniest faces when I'm doing this underline, so don't judge. Also, I'm not one of those people who can just draw without holding it, so yay. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good. Let's hope this one turns just as good. I have an abundance of eyelashes on the upper side, and then on the lower side, they're basically non-existent. Guess that's what we call balance. We can have it all. Also, this eye, I can see it's messed up. So let me see if I can fix that. It didn't do much, but it did something. Next, we are going to set my whole face, and we'll be using the Sephora finishing powder, and this is in number 65 Toffee. I love this powder. I believe it brings the whole look together. This is my staple. Like, look at that. Look at this side, and then look at this side. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but yo, put it together. Oh goodness, I love this. This is one of my staples. Also, can we notice how the blush has disappeared? That's why I tell you, you can never go too much when it comes to blush. Alright, so I don't know how to bake my face, and that's why we're gonna just be using this finishing powder to set my face, and I don't know how to bring set it all in. And then you're going to bring back life into this face by adding a powder blush. Starting off with this NARS one, and this is in Exhibit A. One thing that's hard to find is blushes for dark skin girls, and this NARS one is one of the few powder blushes that work really, really well for dark skin babes. And look at that. Ooh, looks nice. We are not going to stop there. We're going to add one more blush. This is the House Labs powder blush, and this is in the shade Watermelon Bliss. Also, this is also another one of my favorite. Look at the pigment. Look at that pigment. I've seen people bring their eyeshadow to the eye like this, and I've wanted to try it and see how it will look. All coming together. Next, we're going to do the setting spray. This one is by One Size. We are not holding back on this because we want this makeup to sit for a while. So take a deep breath. And ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And then the last step is gonna be my lips. which tend to be my favorite step. Let's start off with a lip liner. For the lip liner, you're gonna use this Hourglass eyeliner in the shade Voyeur. See, when it comes to dark skin girls, it's so hard to find a brown lip liner. Sometimes eyeliner work better than the lip liners. Although, let me do this and then I'll be back. Okay, so as I was saying, when it comes to brown lip liners or dark lip liners, it's so hard to find those for dark skin girls. Most of the time I will use an eyeliner, or I have a few brown lip liners that I have gathered over time, and maybe I should share that on one of these videos. I feel like there's room for improvement, especially when it comes to retractable lip liners for dark skin girls. People who are doing makeup, look into that. That's a good market right there. And then you're gonna go in with the Maybelline Lip Stain, and this is in the shade 95 Captivated. I don't know if they still have this shade. I love this lip stain. The day I'm raving about this is the day it decides not to show off. Okay, is it over? First coat on, and that's how it looks like. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of the lip liner. We're also going to go with the Fenty Gloss Bomb, and this is in Glazed Donut. This is one of my all-time favorites. Oh, so pigmented and nice. Look at that lip. We could stop there, but we're not, because I love lip combos. So we're going to top it off with this Fenty Beauty lip, I don't know what they call this, Gloss Bomb Cream, and this is in Mauve Wives #1. I love the color of this. Look at that. And just like that, lips are done. Let's just set everything in together, and there we have it. It's not too bad, right? I look put together and nice. If you made it this far, first of all, you're my people. I love you. And if you want to keep learning and growing up together, please hit the subscribe button and like this video and comment below your biggest makeup fail, because if I'm going to embarrass myself on the internet, you better join me. Deal? Let's check on it. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you on the next episode of Trying My Best Makeup Edition. Kwaheri!